A community search effort continues into the night looking for a local man not seen since Monday.
Plus, for a third time, city officials have chosen a new independent police monitor.
And later, week 2 of Win or Go Home high school football. The final drive coming up in just a few minutes. It's all ahead. News 3 now at 10. Friends, family, and neighbors all hope to find a missing Verona man alive. They have spent the whole afternoon, now into the night, searching a park on the south side of the city and also the surrounding area. That's where police canines tracked his scent. Tonight, the hours-long search continues for 51-year-old John Ramsier.
The search team started around noon today at Fireman's Park in Verona. Our Arman Rahman joins us live from there for the latest on those efforts. Arman?
Yeah, Eric and Charlotte, I'm actually at the entrance to the Ice Age Trail right now. One of the places the search party says they branched off to after organizers tell me that Fireman's Park was pretty well covered in the early afternoon. It was there, of course, that police tracked Ramsier back to a lead this group jumped on after his last sighting was Tuesday morning. It was at the Fitchburg Target. Friends of the family say Ramsier was last seen on camera that morning. They say after that, his phone GPS indicated he stopped at his home not far from Fireman's Park, but he apparently left his phone behind before leaving.
We don't know where he went from there. Presumably, he's either on foot or on a bicycle, which is why we're checking the trails. He is an avid hiker and loves to walk. So it's likely that he could have gone off for a walk or something and gone missing from there.
While civilians combed through Fireman's Park before moving on to Badger Prairie and Ice Age Trail, Black Earth Fire Department searched through the water by boat, and Dane County deployed their drones in the air throughout the week. And as far as how long this search may go on, friends and family I spoke with tonight say there is no cutoff. For now,
Armand, thank you. And if you have seen John, you're asked to give Verona police a call. He is about 5'11", 170 pounds, bald, wears eyeglasses. The number to call right there on your screen.
To weather now, Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has our certified most accurate forecast.
And we're looking for a great weekend overall with lots of sunshine for tomorrow. More clouds on Sunday, but temperatures will be on the mild side. As we start out by taking a look at the time lapse from the WISC Skycam, look at how sunny the skies were today. Other than a few cirrus clouds, we had sun up to sundown sunshine. There's the sunset right on the western horizon. Then watching the left side of the picture as the moon sets right behind it. As we look at the Doppler track, though, no rain across the upper Midwest. Skies are clear. Temperatures today got up to near 60 in Madison. 59 was our high, 61 in Janesville, but to the south and west it was a little warmer. 65 in Lone Rock, 62 in Boscobel. Farther to the east, temperatures mainly in the upper 50s. Right now, temperatures are mainly in the upper 30s to the lower 40s, but with light winds, these temperatures will fluctuate up and down a little bit. Here in Dane County, you can see 44 right now in Belleville, but 37 in Waunakee, 38 in Sun Prairie, and 40 in Edgerton. Look for mostly clear skies overnight. Low temperature dropping to 34 in Madison. We'll see temperatures in the 60s for the next couple of days, but could be close to 70 by the middle of next week. I'll tell you if it'll rain at all in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Police in Verona say they've arrested a man now facing tentative charges of keeping a place of prostitution. Local officers and the State Department of Criminal Investigation executing a search warrant on a home on Lucille Street yesterday. The 58-year-old was arrested after the search, but has not yet been officially charged with a crime. Early this morning, Madison police say they arrested a 29-year-old man who they say was traveling more than 100 miles per hour downtown and nearly hit 2 pedestrians with his car. Officers tried to pull the vehicle over twice. Both times, the suspect took off. Police did not pursue, but a short while later, the car was found crashed on East Washington Avenue. The driver was arrested, suffered only minor injuries. He's facing several charges, including 4th offense OWI.
10 days after the initial pick backed out, a new Madison independent police monitor has been named. McKenna Alexander recaps the hurdles faced by the city in filling this role and shares what we know about this latest hire. McKenna?
Yeah, now in 10 months, we've run 3 different headlines announcing the hire of an independent police monitor. But despite 2 people previously turning down this job, today's announcement from the city's Police Civilian Oversight Board means increased police accountability could be on the way. Since creating the independent police monitor position in July of 2021, Madison's Police Civilian Oversight Board has faced several setbacks in filling the role meant to oversee MPD's internal policy and procedure compliance. In January of this year, the only finalist for the position, Brian Bishop, withdrew from consideration, citing family reasons. Then another candidate, John Tate II, was offered the job on October 10th before he withdrew his acceptance a week later, instead taking on the role of Racine's first ever manager of violence prevention. Now on October 28th, a third person has been named independent police monitor. This time, Robert Copley, who was among the finalists for the job announced in August before Tate was ultimately selected by the board. Copley previously managed the Division of Medicaid Services open records requests before his most recent role as an open records legal advisor for the Milwaukee Police Department and paralegal for the Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission. According to a statement released by the city, Copley says he is so excited to get started and about everything that this position can become and what this office can do. In the same release, Police Civilian Oversight Board's chair, Keisha Burnett, says, "We are confident that his enthusiasm to serve in this capacity, combined with his extensive background, will provide a solid foundation from which our inaugural office of the Independent Police Monitor will be built." The only thing standing between Copley and his new title is approval from Madison's Common Council. If approved, Copley will make $122,000 per year, slightly less than Tate's offer of $125,000. Now, if Madison's Common Council does approve Copley, he'll begin his new role in just under 6 weeks, beginning on December 5th.
More than 17 million people have already voted early around the country. That is according to data analyzed by the University of Florida's U.S. Elections Project. That number, as of this morning, includes more than 11 million ballots that were mailed in and more than 6 million that were cast in person. Here in Madison today, U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg campaigning for U.S. Senate candidate Mandela Barnes at the Concourse Hotel. Joined by Senator Tammy Baldwin and actor Bradley Whitford, today's event was a push to get people to the polls and take part in early in-person voting. Tomorrow, one of the biggest names in politics is coming to Milwaukee. Former President Barack Obama will be joined by Governor Tony Evers, Senate candidate Mandela Barnes, Attorney General Josh Kaul, and others. They will be attending a campaign event at the North Division High School Fieldhouse.
On the Republican side, Senator Ron Johnson and other GOP hopefuls are touring the state in a bus dubbed the Take Back the Country Tour. Senator Johnson joined in a stop in Milwaukee by 1st District Congressman Brian Stile and Ronna McDaniel, the chair of the Republican National Committee. The senator urging his supporters to do more than what they did 2 years ago and get more of their friends and family members out to the polls. New at 10, a jury has been seated tonight in the criminal tax fraud and grand larceny trial against the Trump Organization. That panel includes 8 men and 4 women. 6 others were chosen as alternates. Former President Trump is not a defendant in the case. 2 Trump Organization entities, Trump Corporation and the Trump Payroll Corp, were indicted in the alleged scheme.
In San Francisco today, there was a brutal attack on the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The suspect was apparently looking for Pelosi herself, but she was not home. Instead, her 82-year-old husband was attacked with a hammer after the intruder broke in.
Our officers observed Mr. Pelosi and the suspect both holding a hammer. The suspect pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently assaulted him with it.
The suspect, 42-year-old David DePape, is in custody, facing charges including attempted murder. Investigators say the suspect had planned to tie up Paul Pelosi and wait for the speaker to return home, but she was in Washington at the time. Pelosi's office said Paul underwent successful surgery to repair a skull fracture and serious injuries to his right arm and hands. Law enforcement sources say after smashing through the back door, DePape shouted, "Where's Nancy?" An echo of what rioters were saying during the January 6th attack. Still ahead tonight, looking ahead to what is shaping up to be another nice weekend.
Plus, level 2 of the playoffs, high school football highlights and scores. The final drive is next.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames. Shopko Optical.
Everyone's talking about the hit musical sensation Come From Away. It's a true story. Thousands of people stranded in a small town in Newfoundland on 9/11. And the locals, they opened up their homes. Come From Away, the Broadway musical that celebrates the best of humankind.
Change it up and choose Dutch Boy from Menards. Get the best quality Dutch Boy paints at the best prices. Pick out the perfect color. We offer free custom color matching and tinting to create thousands of color options. And with Dutch Boy's easy opening, smooth pouring container, and no prep, no prime formula, transforming your home has never been easier. Save 11% on all Dutch Boy paints now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Get up and go!
You heard the Jingle Man, Wisconsin. That means it's time to get a versatile, rugged, athletic SUV that makes you feel like you just won a title. Again. Honda was just crowned KBV.com's best value brand for the 7th year in a row. So get up and go to your Wisconsin Heartland Honda dealer today. Honda gets Wisconsin. Bring it home, Songbird.
Get up and go!
Democrats defunded and dispirited our police, creating the worst crime wave in decades. Biden spent us into 40-year high inflation, drove gas prices to record levels, and opened our borders, causing a flood of illegal immigrants and deadly drugs. Mandela Barnes supports all the policies causing you and your family so much pain. He will rubber stamp their liberal agenda. Mandela Barnes sides with radical leftists, not with you.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses. See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Hello? This Halloween, Terry Crews appears out of nowhere, and we summon spirits.
It's the haunting of the Jennifer Hudson Show.
I don't know if I like this.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Gets set for a nice period of weather. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for above normal temperatures to continue for this weekend, all of next week, and into next weekend, with dry weather expected this weekend, Halloween, Monday, and all the way through Thursday before shower chances return by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next weekend. But even right now, it looks like they're probably in about a 1 to 3 chance. So right now, I'm not looking at a major wet weather event at the end of next week. Looking at Halloweens in years past, of course, 2019, the 4 inches of snow and a high temperature of 32. A lot of trick-or-treaters will remember that. Last year, not too bad, 51 for the high and 36 for the low. But for this Halloween, we're looking pretty nice. 4 p.m., some of the trick-or-treaters already heading out. Mostly sunny skies will be at about our high for the day of 63 degrees. Then clear skies, temperatures around 60 as we head through the middle part of trick-or-treating. And by the time trick-or-treating ends, by about 8 p.m., we'll be in the middle 50s. So very comfortable for the trick-or-treaters this year. Good year to have it. But as we check out high temperatures over the next 10 days, while we'll be in the lower 60s this weekend and Halloween, we'll be even warmer for the middle part of the week. Highs in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees before temperatures drop back down. But notice the average high temperature goes from 54 down to 49, and by then we're looking at a high of around 50. So we're still slightly above normal because the temperatures drop off less quickly than the average high temperatures do. A little surge of milder Pacific air, the jet stream pushing up to the north here, allowing that to head toward our part of the country and much of the nation right now pretty quiet other than those showers and thunderstorms down in Texas and Oklahoma. So many areas of the country could use some rain. Not a lot out there, but at least going into a weekend and then Halloween Monday, the timing on having dry weather and comfortable conditions pretty good. I think we'll all vote for that. Right now, temperatures range from the upper 30s to the middle 40s across Wisconsin. A lot of it has to do with elevation. The winds are just pretty light, so these temperatures may fluctuate up and down a bit, but no discounting the clear skies that we have for tonight and the bright sunshine for tomorrow that will allow temperatures to be even warmer, and those winds out of the south, not very strong, but enough to get highs in the lower 60s for tomorrow. So tomorrow night, we start to see some clouds coming in from the south, so we'll see more clouds on Sunday, but notice, no precipitation. It gets about as close by as Chicago, and that's pretty much about it. And then notice how the skies clear out as we head into Halloween Monday. So another nice Halloween here in southern Wisconsin. Tomorrow, 63, mostly sunny, a little milder than today when we had a high of 59. Planning your day for tomorrow, 63 Fitchburg, 63 in Waunakee, 63 in Middleton with mostly sunny skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, 66 in Janesville, 68 degrees in Lone Rock, and 63 for the high in Camp Douglas. 7 to 10 day forecast, lower 60s through Monday, Friday. Then temperatures go even higher, upper 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Cold front on Friday brings some shower chances, highs in the lower 60s. We drop back into the 50s for next weekend, but still, as I mentioned before, those temperatures at or above normal.
Entering tonight, 22 teams from our area still have the dream alive of being the last team standing in their division. And, of course, bringing home that state title.
Yeah, but we're still a couple weeks from playing at Camp Randall. It's Level 2 playoff edition of the final drive, and we'll start in Division 1 with a rematch.
Yeah, way back in Week 2, the two, Middleton and Wanakee, met with the Warriors winning by 3 points. And they went on to an undefeated regular season and won the Badger Lard. Well, the Cardinals found their groove, winning 7 of their last 8 games, including a 55-point thumping of Milwaukee Marshall last week in Level 1. Tonight's round 2 between the two, with the winner moving on to Level 3. No score in the first. Warriors on the move. Garrett Lenzendorf fakes the handoff and then finds Seb Rasmussen in the end zone from 4 yards out, and Key goes up 7-0. 7-3 in the third, and more from Lenzendorf. This time he winds up and sends a moon ball to Devin Johnson, and he comes down with it, and that long gainer would set up this. Rasmussen muscles his way in from 6 yards out. Wanakee holds on with a 21-14 win. Elsewhere in Division 1, Madison Memorial season comes to an end at the hands of Arrowhead. The Spartans finish their year 8-3.
DeForest opened up the playoffs with a statement win on its home turf. The Norskies downed Sun Prairie West last week 53-6 to advance to Level 2. But in order to move on, they'll have to take care of another Sun Prairie squad. The Cardinals are home once again, fresh off a rout of Oregon, and clearly they carry that momentum into tonight's clash. Jerry Kaminsky and company easily moving the chains early first quarter. He connects with Connor Stoff. That picks up a first down for SP. Well, they're going to find their way into the red zone, and Kaminsky is going to loft one up for Jonathan Vandewall. And there you have it. The Cards with the first score of the night, and it's certainly not the last. Cardinals are going to be knocking on the door once again. This time Kaminsky finds Cooper White down and inside. Sun Prairie's quick start leads them to a 56-21 win. They're off to Level 3.
Last week, Monroe did what they've done all year to set up a game against an opponent they were probably hoping to see in Pewaukee. Last year, the Pirates ended the Cheesemakers season in Level 4 and ended up winning the Division III state championship. Monroe looking to return the favor tonight and keep their title hopes alive. No score in the second, but the Cheesemakers changed that in a hurry. Tucker Markham runs over a dude on his way in for 6 to put the home team up 7-0. Then later, Monroe turns to their workhorse. Alex Hernandez runs in untouched to make it 14-zip. Now, Pewaukee would take a 21-14 lead with 65 seconds left, but Monroe would score, go for 2, and get the win with 15 seconds left to move on with a 22-21 thriller.
Mount Horeb-Barneveld flipped the switch after its Week 2 loss in the regular season. The Vikings won out the regular season. They captured the Badger Small Conference title for the second year in a row, then handed Stoughton a 30-point loss in Level 1 of the playoffs. While they have a tougher test tonight with a ranked opponent coming to town in West Bend East. It's the Vikings ball early. Casey Helgeson trying to get his offense downfield, but his pass gets picked off by Casey Gish, and he returns it for a tutty. East jumps out to a 7-0 lead just minutes in, and that will just kickstart West Bend's momentum. Cutler Schmidt takes a handoff. He's gone. There's no catching him. As the Suns extend their lead, they knock off MHB with a final score of 36-13. Now, we got a lot of rematches tonight for Level 2, and that's what we have going on in Division 4. Andrew Banstra gets us caught up on Lodi Lake Mills. Andrew?
When these teams squared off in the regular season finale, Lake Mills handed Lodi a 28-10 win. But when two powerhouses meet in the postseason, anything goes. The first 3 possessions of the game were all turnovers, but then both offenses clicked. Blue Devils with a goal to go. Mason Lane rolls left, scans the field, and he finds his man Crew Clemens, who muscles in for 7. Lodi on top early. But the L-Cats, they were ready to pounce. Caden Belling buys some time, and that was a good investment because that's his man Tristan Theed. Phone's ringing. He's got a house call all the way to the end zone. Game is tied at 7 apiece. In the second quarter, though, Lodi leaned on the ground game. Why? Because they've got that guy, Brady Poles, who brings it home. For the Tutty, the Blue Devils would go on to win 34-13. So with the win, Lodi will face off against Catholic Memorial in Level 3. The defending Division 4 champs beat Lakeside Lutheran tonight, 49-14.
And some scores from Division 5. Prairie du Chien defends their home field, winning 52-15 over River Valley. And Broadhead Judah doing just the same. They down Laconia 42-7.
No team will admit it to looking ahead, but it's safe to say that Belleville wanted another shot at Darlington. Remember, Week 8, the two played with the SWAL Championship on the line, and the Redbirds not only handed the Wildcats their first loss of the season, but took the conference crown, too. Tonight's the rematch with much bigger stakes. Winner keeps their season alive, and Darlington was feeling it. Braylon Goebel rumbles in for the score to make it 8-0 Redbirds. Now it's 14-0 Darlington in the second, and the defense was feasting. Ty Chris says, "I'll take that," and the turnover would turn into points. Caden Burback follows the big fellas up front to cash in. Darlington beats Belleville again. 28-6 is your final. So that sets up Darlington with a matchup against St. Joseph Academy in Level 3. Marshall also moving on. The Cardinals top Luther 15-12. They'll face Mondovi next week. And down in Division 7, Potosi-Cassville falls to Bangor while Blackhawk Warren moves on. The Warriors will face Cashton in Level 3. Cambria-Friesland also a winner tonight. They beat Johnson Creek 26-23. And still to come, the Badger men's gauntlet of a schedule. Will it continue? Would tonight be the night that they get their first home win of the year? Find out next. More sports after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Deb. I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm a conservative. Tim Michael's position on abortion is too strict, too harsh. And while I am pro-life, I am also pro-woman, and I believe we have to be able to have exceptions for rape and incest. We need people that are reasonable when it comes to making laws about health issues and reproductive rights. There's no way I could vote for Tim Michaels for governor.
Republican Accountability PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas patch reported reductions in pain severity, using less or a lot less oral pain medicines, and improved quality of life. That's why we recommend Salonpas. It's good medicine.
He has his grandfather's smile,
her mother's eyes,
my cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease. Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
This may sound strange, but you've been here before. You were here when this wrench was turned, and when this line was drawn. Oh, and when this stitch was sewn. Because you inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. Celebrate Halloween weekend at Jurassic Quest. Come dressed in your favorite costume for a chance to win a prize. And join us for Trick or Treat. Open now through Sunday in Madison. Buy tickets in advance for best selection at JurassicQuest.com.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead cost.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind. Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
It was Halloween. My daughter stopped at 3 homes, her girlfriend's house, her teacher's house, and the man that murdered her. He molested her and he put her in a garbage bag. He was going to be released in 2018. Josh called. He was not there for me at all. You want some help to find out what's going on, and he doesn't help. He don't care about the victims. I know Eric Toney does. Eric Toney helped keep that man that murdered my daughter from being released. Eric Toney's always been there for me, and that's the kind of attorney general we need.
Excited was the word the Badger women's hockey team repeated on Wednesday when asked about heading north for a 2-game series with the Bulldogs. To this point in their schedule, Minnesota-Duluth is Wisconsin's toughest test. UW enters ranked 3rd, UWM sits 5th, and Bucky started first and struck first. Lacey Eden steals the puck and then dangles it and goes backhand to light the lamp to give Wisconsin a 1-goal lead. It'd stay 1-0 until the 3rd when Duluth tied it, and the Bulldogs would score with 57 seconds left in overtime to snap the Badgers' win streak. Wisconsin falls 2-1 in overtime. The Wisconsin men looking for their first home win of the season, hosting Penn State. Badgers started fast. Sam Stang puts one on net, and the captain, Dom Mersch, is there. He deflects it in to give Bucky a 1-0 lead. That was the good news for Tony Granato. Bad news, Penn State would score the game's final 2 goals. Wisconsin falls 2-1, the final. There's no hiding the fact that nobody besides the Packers themselves are picking Aaron Rodgers and company, minus an Allen Lazard, to go into Buffalo and beat the Bills on Sunday night. And I mean nobody. Green Bay enters as double-digit underdogs. That never happens to an Aaron Rodgers team, especially under the lights. In primetime, the Packers are 16-2 in their last 18 games. But remember, not as heavy underdogs.
We've been pretty good in prime time the last, 13 games or so. So we expect the same type of performance this week. To be a double-digit underdog is a different spot for us. And I hope we embrace that role because it's probably not going to be like this for a while.
Bucks hosting the Knicks. Purple throwbacks for the Deer tonight. And this game was never in doubt. Drew Holiday with the alley. Giannis bringing the oop. The big man had a quiet 30-point, 14-rebound, and 9-assist performance. Holiday, though, was just as good. He dials one up from deep. 16 points from him. 7 Bucks scored in double figures. They moved to 4-0 with a 119-108 win. The Wisconsin men's cross-country team has 53 Big Ten team titles to their name, and this morning the Badgers added another one to their record book. The defending individual champ, Bob Liking, went back-to-back, winning the race in a time of 23 minutes and 48 seconds. Wisconsin had 6 finish in the top 10 to win another team championship. The Badger women finished 3rd. We're back after this.
As Liking and Hacker from Wisconsin go 1-2.
For Clinton Anderson, our community is his top priority. He's delivered for middle-class families on the Beloit City Council, and he'll keep fighting to lower costs for us in the Assembly. Jeff Klett's priorities are all wrong. He supports dismantling our public schools, wants to slash community services to give tax breaks to his billionaire backers, and he'll vote with extreme Republicans to enforce Wisconsin's abortion ban, which could send doctors to prison. We can't afford Jeff Klett.
DePaco Credit Union members are better together because together members share thank yous, a DePaco-only perk that thanks members in cash. And because you're not just a member, you're also an owner, everyone benefits. How will this year's nearly $3.7 million in thank yous benefit you and your community? Since 2016, DePaco members have shared nearly $24.4 million. We truly are better together. Join the movement where your member ownership pays. Visit your nearest DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
Making things better is kind of your thing.
Fire it up. There you go, good.
But when Medicare has you stumped, it's hard to know how to make it better.
Maybe I can help.
Security Health Plan. Medicare coverage you want, value you need, service you love.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know I am. I just want you to know I am.
Want to know what the weather is like right now where you live? Download the First Warn Weather app and I'll give you my hour-by-hour forecast.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units, all units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman, and said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Closed captioning sponsored by Community Shares of Wisconsin's Workplace Giving Campaign. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
And Gary rejoins us. Final check of the forecast. A great weekend ahead, Gary.
Good timing. Grab the rakes. This is your weekend to do it. A lot of leaves are coming down, so try to do it now because next weekend, there might be some shower chances. But the live view right now from the Edgewater Sky Cams, clear skies here in Madison. Temperatures upper 30s to around 40 degrees. These numbers will go up and down a bit overnight, but across Dane County, we're seeing temperatures as warm as 41 in Oregon and in Edgerton, and as cool as 36 degrees in Cross Plains and 35 in Sauk City. Look for a low tonight of about 34. Sunny skies tomorrow, high temperature at 63. And then take a look at that forecast for the rest of the weekend. Sunday, more clouds, 62. Halloween, great day, 63. And then some rain chances by the end of next weekend.
Looking really good. Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good. Have a great weekend.